You're overreacting again. You always do this, Erin. Her voice cut through the quiet of the kitchen like a blade. Flat, exasperated, delivered with the robotic precision of someone who'd rehearsed the line too many times in front of a mirror. Emily stood across from me, arms folded over her chest like a fortress, dressed immaculately in a pale blue wrap dress and heels that clicked sharply against the floor. Her makeup was flawless. Hair curled softly like it was the start of something, not just brunch. She looked like she was heading to a first date, not meeting friends for Eggs Benedict. That was her story today. A harmless brunch. Just friends. She always said it like that. Offhand, casual, the verbal equivalent of a shrug. Like my concern was some character flaw. Like I was the unstable one for even asking. There's nothing going on between me and Caleb, she added, grabbing her purse without looking at me. You're just jealous. It's exhausting. And then she was gone. The door closed behind her with a soft click, and for a moment I stood there in the silence. Frozen. Trying to hold back the storm that had been building in my chest for weeks. Months, if I was honest. But I wasn't overreacting. And I definitely wasn't imagining it. The signs had been there, clear as day, sharp as glass. The late-night text. The way her laughter shifted when his name appeared on her screen. The quick, guilty flip of her phone face down the moment I entered the room. Caleb, her ex, supposedly old news. Now they just happened to work at the same office. Just happened to share lunch breaks. Team drinks. Harmless, she said. But I saw the message that night, clear as anything, when she was asleep and I wasn't. Her smartwatch lit up on the nightstand. Last night was everything. And the sender, Caleb. She never mentioned any last night to me. Because I hadn't been a part of it. I didn't confront her. Not then. I waited. I observed. I documented. Every glance. Every twitch of guilt she tried to swallow. Every time her story shifted by a few degrees. I took screenshots. Made notes. I learned how to step outside the storm and build something inside it. Plan. Because if there's one thing Emily loved, it was image. Polish. Appearances. She thrived on them, especially around her parents. To them she was flawless. Composed. Golden. She'd worked hard to maintain that. And I let her for a while. So when she invited me to brunch with them, some trendy little place in the city, I agreed. Smiled even. Told her I was looking forward to it. I'd already made the call. 2 days before, I spoke to the restaurant manager. Told him I wanted to surprise a guest. Discreetly. I slipped him a generous tip through a mobile transfer and gave him the exact message I wanted delivered. Then I reached out to Caleb. She left her phone open once. Just long enough. I texted him from a burner number, said I was Emily's cousin, told him she'd left something at his place, asked for an address. He answered within minutes. No hesitation. Too eager. Too familiar. That told me everything I needed. The note I wrote was simple, short, sweet, damning. Last night was everything. I'm still wearing your perfume on my shirt. Caleb. I sealed it in a plain white envelope. Wrote Emily on the front in clean block letters. No flair. Just the truth wrapped in silence. The day of the brunch arrived. She looked radiant. Like someone with nothing to hide. Her parents embraced me warmly. Her friends greeted me with easy smiles. The food came. The drinks flowed. Her hand found mine under the table like we were still whole. The performance was flawless. Then the waiter approached. "Miss Emily," he said with a practiced smile. "Someone asked me to deliver this to you." He set the envelope beside her mimosa and walked away. I watched her blink. Confused. Curious. Then cautious. She picked up the envelope, turned it over and opened it. Her eyes scanned the words. And then, stillness. Her hands dropped slowly to the table, fingers trembling, the paper slipping free and landing face up beside her plate. No one had read it yet. But her face said enough. Her mother leaned forward. Concern creeping into her eyes. Her father frowned. Her friends fell silent, forks poised in midair, unsure if they should pretend or press. I just sipped my drink. Then she looked at me, eyes wide, burning, panicked. "What is this?" she hissed. "Whoa. Urgent." The way someone speaks when they're trying to keep the cracks from showing. "I don't know," I said with a shrug. "Looks like you got a little note." Her friend shifted. Her mother reached for the paper. Emily tried to stop her, but too late. The words were read, then passed. Her father's jaw clenched. Emily stood. "Yes. Aaron, can I talk to you? Now." Her voice broke a little at the end. I followed her slowly, a few paces away from the table. Not far. Just out of earshot. He turned on me. "You're insane," she whispered. "This is sick." I raised an eyebrow. "What is?" "The note. Or the fact that when I messaged Caleb pretending to be your cousin, he gave me his address immediately. Like he was used to you leaving things behind." Her eyes widened. "It was once. That was it. It didn't mean." "Once was enough," I cut in. She looked like she wanted to scream. Instead she hissed. "And you seriously pulled this stunt in front of my family?" "No," I said softly. "You did. I just lifted the curtain when the audience was seated." She flinched. "You don't understand what this could do. My dad, his heart if he hears." "Then maybe," I said, "you should have considered that before sneaking around with your ex while calling me paranoid." She opened her mouth. "Shut it again." I walked back to the table. She didn't follow right away. Her mother did, quietly. She placed a hand on my arm as I reached for my jacket. "I didn't know," she said, voice trembling. "I swear to you I didn't know." "I know," I replied. "That's why I made sure it didn't come from me." Her eyes glistened. "I'm sorry." "You don't have to be," I said. "You raised someone good at hiding. That's not on you." Left. No dramatic exit. No applause. Just clarity. By the time I reached the car, my phone buzzed. A text from Emily. "You humiliated me in front of everyone I care about. Are you proud?" I stared at it for a moment. Let it sink in. Humiliated. Proud. This, from the woman who laughed about me behind my back, twisted concern into control, and told her friends I was just a jealous, insecure man with trust issues. I didn't reply. But later that night my phone rang again. "Caleb." I let it ring. Then answered. "Did you seriously drag me into this?" he snapped. "I didn't drag you anywhere," I said calmly. "I just gave your words the spotlight they earned." "That note was fake." "No," I replied. "It was a quote. Verbatim. From the message you sent her." Silence. Then. "She said you two were over. That she was just staying until things settled. Even while she was still living with me. Even while we were having Sunday dinners with her parents. Did you not notice the ring?" "Nothing." "Don't worry," I said. "You won't hear from me again. Or her. At least not the way you want." "What's that supposed to mean?" Hung up. Not to be cruel. Just because it was done. Emily's lies lived off secrecy and narrative control. But when truth is delivered in silence, on fine stationery in public daylight, no amount of charm can erase the damage. Later that night I got a DM from Olivia, one of her friends at the brunch. Picture of the note. Her message said, "We always thought you were the crazy one. Turns out you were just the quiet one." I didn't reply. But I saved it. Because sometimes all it takes to reveal the truth is a single note, an audience, and the willingness to stop playing the fool. And I wasn't done yet. There was still one more person who deserved to know. Her sister. Madison. Smarter than Emily by miles. Harper. Honest in ways Emily never dared to be. She saw things. And I knew she'd see this for exactly what it was.